Y'all ready for some more clips?
You know what I mean? Do you ever get like spotted, or how do you deal with that?
Oh yeah, I mean, thankfully nobody in person has ever came up to me or my family and been mean in any
Yet.
way. In fact, it's the opposite reaction. It's like, oh my God,
look at her face.
And what's crazy is, and I don't understand it. Teens,
children,
as even young as 10.
Yeah, that's the problem, Gypsy.
Or the grocery store, and I'm kind of like, are you old enough to? What is your parents telling you what?
But isn't that kind of weird though? Like that you have.
I can't.
Just the fact that you have fans, isn't that kind of weird? What are they a fan of?
Exactly, Javier. Exactly.
Exactly, and I thought that to myself too. I mean, I've always kind of just been appreciative that they've been nice, but even I don't really understand it because yes, I can understand, watching my story and feeling, a compassion. But a fandom, I don't get, and maybe it's a social media thing. Oh my goodness, this girl has almost 10 million followers. I don't know.
You have a very personas that you played.
I know that we want hopefully lots of children. They can't know about you being a vampire.
In the video, you do offer up this imaginary child that you have together, like on her 13th birthday or something like that, and you offer it up to him, right? What was reality versus what was fantasy? How do you explain that?
I think most of us know already how Gypsy's going to answer that question. Comment what you think she's going to say. She's going to say that was Nick's fantasy, not hers, that he asked her to do that, even though there's no evidence that Nick asked her to say, hey, let's take the V card of our unborn daughter. Okay, never happened. But when it comes to Javier's resume, when you read it, it makes you want to believe that he's going to be able to sniff her out. He primarily focuses on liars. I scrolled through all his podcast episodes. What do you guys think? The Pretend Podcast is an investigative true crime podcast about real people who lie for a living, con artists, scammers, and the victims caught in their web. Gypsy Rose is not a victim, okay? When it comes to true crime and murder cases, there is a victim and there is a perpetrator. I'm trying to give Javier the benefit of the doubt because we haven't seen it yet. And something else that's interesting is Gypsy's not advertising this interview. I personally think the sole reason that Gypsy's doing this podcast interview is because she's trying to start her podcast. She wants to get in the little podcast family that Andrea Dunlop has with Javier. I mean, Andrea brought Javier into the fold, and she wants to be brought in too. Another thing that's been going around is this content creator called me Chris. She had uploaded a video, realized she got it wrong, and then immediately deleted it. I personally would like to see the video, but I didn't catch it in time. People were saying it was re-uploaded, but I couldn't find it. And then others were saying that it was still on her husband's page. But no, I only found videos from 2 years ago. So you can't fault him for that. All the FOIAs weren't out yet. This has been my biggest issue from day one. It is a major problem that children are idolizing and looking up to Gypsy Rose Blanchard. And then she giggles about it. Like, it's not cute. Now, we know that Javier has interviewed both sides, people from the anti-side and the pro side. I wouldn't call it a Gypsy Rose obsession, okay? I would call it trying to clear somebody's name, Dee Dee Blanchard. I would call it trying to point out that she should not be monetized or on social media at all. I'm trying my best to be unbiased, but it's hard knowing that he's collaborated with Andrea Dunlop. What I will say, though, to Javier, you have a lot of pressure on you to get this right. So do the right thing. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to say for right now. I didn't go live last night, but I am going to go live tonight at 10 Central to make up for that. We still got to cover Jamie Komorowski. Don't forget to follow or subscribe. Because there have already been so many documentaries and interviews and podcasts that Gypsy has done. What's going to make this one any different? A lot of us just really want her to go away already. This is not the way that it was supposed to go. In the United States, the person that plans the crime is supposed to get the most time, and this didn't happen here. Then she gets out. She gets 10 million followers. She gets fans. She has children looking up to her. That is not our fault. That is the fault of the district attorney and the media. I get people in my comment section all the time saying that I'm making Gypsy Rose relevant. What do you mean? I didn't give her 10 million followers. And as long as she continues to stay on social media, I'm going to continue to combat that. If she couldn't say anything in this interview that would make me say, oh, it's okay, Gypsy, go ahead, be monetized and influence children. That is never going to happen. And you really just never know who's doing what for the right reasons. We all want views at the end of the day. But Gypsy, how does it feel to get passed around and passed around? Just wondering. And what do you think about the Gypsy Rose obsession?